for Coach Fritz Youth Football Camp. We have some amazing athletes here today. We got J.C. Jackson. I just saw Javaris James, McKenzie Alexander. We got some stud high school players. We're going to be interviewing people throughout the day, waiting on some guests to come on, so we want to make sure you guys stay tuned. Tim, what do we got going on today? You want to come on with me? No? Okay, well, we're waiting to round up some guests. As we get some guests, we'll bring them on. Coach Fritz is rounding up some people. We got Vaughn Young here as well. So we hope you stay tuned with us, and we'll be bringing on people as we go. The greatest high school in Collier County history. We got Tim Guerrette out here at Lely.
Good morning, Patrick. I know this is your home school. We're at Lely High School. Gotta love Lely. I love the campus. A lot of kids. I can count about probably, I would say, over 50 kids.
Easy.
Great seeing these kids out here today. The weather's beautiful. Couple mosquitoes, but no big deal. Nothing's going to turn us down today at Lely High School.
Lely High School. It's a little hot out here, but not too bad. Look at they're doing the warm-up cornerback drills. Some great athletes out here today, Tim.
Yeah, there's some great athletes, and I think we're expecting a pretty good crowd, and also some NFL greats. I think J.C. Jackson's supposed to be coming in.
You saw Javaris James in the park.
James, Patriots. Anybody who played for the Patriots at one point is in my book is very high up there. So hopefully we can get some of these guys on. And yeah, so why is this so special to you?
Well, Lely High School, obviously always love supporting Lely High School, but today around 11 a.m. I was asked to speak to the kids, about struggles, drug addiction, and it's a huge honor for me because about 25 years ago, almost to the day, I graduated from this very high school. So to come back and ask to speak to the kids is absolutely amazing and humbling moment for me.
Yeah, I can imagine it's probably a really cool experience to come back to your high school. And if you can bring something to the table, obviously, such as your story and something to motivate the kids. And I believe you're going on at 11.
11.
I've got another live show. But
You'll be on the highway at that point.
No, but we love it, and I think it's very important. Why do you think it's so important for kids to be involved in youth sports, Pat?
Well, it keeps them off the streets, gives them goals to get a scholarship in college. Also, from a fundamental standpoint, discipline, on time, hard work, and you see everyone here from like ages 7 to 8 and up, and there's a couple really talented high school athletes here. Also, a guy that plays on the Gators as well.
Yeah, no, it's amazing that these kids come here because guess what? If they're not here, they're going to be somewhere else. We've got some pretty good, and I see a shirt there. Maybe that's yours. But I'm going to go ahead. We'll bring in some of the talent and let them talk.
Speaking of talent, this young man right here, this is the dude right here. I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Nino Joseph. I go to Lely High School. Play running back, class of 2027.
I heard you could ball a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, no, what'd you tell me earlier when I said I heard you could ball a little bit? Don't be shy now.
I could ball.
You could ball? What were your stats last year?
1,800 yards, about 15 touchdowns, I think, or 11.
As a sophomore?
I can't remember. Yes, sir.
What was the yards per carry?
It was 9.1.
9.1 yards per carry. Which running backs do you look up to? Their playing style or college NFL guys? Because I see one guy kind of, and I'm curious if he's one of those guys that you look up to.
I've been watching Bucket Irving. That played for Oregon. That's at the Bucks now. I've been watching him for a while, and I get most of my game from him.
You ever watch Frank Gore?
Frank Gore, yeah.
Because you remind me that what you got that build and your running style is very similar to Frank Gore.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I watched Frank Gore a few times.
Go. And talk about being at this camp and why it's so important to be here.
It's just giving it back to the community. You got to care about the kids and
just support Coach Fritz.
Yes, sir. That's the coach right there. That's my coach.
That's the coach right there. There's some talented players here, NFL guys, college guys. Anybody particular you looking forward to seeing, meeting, picking their brain?
Devin Moore.
Devin Moore? Yeah. Okay. And who's your favorite college team?
Favorite college team, FSU, Florida State.
So sorry to hear. I won't hold that against you. And talk about being a Lely Trojan, what that means to you. I'm a Lely Trojan myself. and I love the community family aspect of it. But being a Lely guy, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me because not many people get shine from down here. So
That's changing though,
yeah, it's changing. It's changing. I think it means a lot to be a Lady Trojan.
because there's about 3-4 guys on the team that are getting serious college looks already. So I think Lely's definitely being put on the map. Any past Lely guys you look up to, athletes?
Fritz. I look up to Fritz and there's more. Hold on.
Paul family, Steve Octavian,
Yeah,
some great
those
Colmer
guys.
St. Jean.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, those guys.
Okay. All right. I'll go let you do your thing. Go work hard, and looking forward to watching you play this year. You got the shirt for me too, my man. I appreciate it. How you doing? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Ty Collins, class of 2026.
2026. What position are you, Ty?
Everything, really. I play safety, slot, and running back.
You got that Troy Polamalu look going on. Which players you look up to?
I don't really look up. I'm a soccer player, so I don't really look up to no football players. But I don't compare myself to nobody either. I'm just myself.
You just yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And talk about the importance of having a camp like this in the community.
Oh, great for the kids. Kids get better, and then you got to go. Coach Fritz teaching all the boys. He was the dog back then. Played everything too. So he's just teaching all the kids what's up. And then he brought Devin Moores, Jonas, all them D1 boys.
Javaris, James.
Yeah, all them boys.
Talk about what it's like being a Lely Trojan.
Feels great. I mean, I came from Naples High, but I came here for a year, my first year here, and it was a great season last year. So I'm proud to be here.
Proud to be a Trojan. Yes, sir. All right, go out and work hard, have fun.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Got Coach Fritz.
How you
The
doing?
GOAT.
How you doing?
Go with us.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Tell us about the camp today, Coach.
We got a little youth camp out here, man. We trying to bring awareness to these kids to believe in themselves and learn how to compete. Got a few bodies out here, give positive words to the kids, and we got you guys out here, so we're excited.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you having us here. Talk about some of the guys you brought out today.
Right now, Devin Moore is out here. He play at University of Florida. We got Jonas Duclona. He's here. He play at USF. JC Jackson's coming. McKenzie couldn't make it. He's out of the country. That's on my fault with the dates. But we do got big JC Jackson coming out here, and we got a couple motivational speakers coming as well.
So you got Javaris James pulled up here too.
Oh yeah, Javaris James. He's good peoples, man. We like fam. His son's out here competing, so it'll be a good day.
Absolutely. And talk about being a Lely Trojan, because we know Lely is the best high school in Collier County history. So talk about what it's like to be a Lely Trojan.
It's a blessing to be a Trojan, man. I've been a Trojan as a student athlete, now as a coach. I enjoy it. I enjoy the kids, the community. Embrace it. Work with the South Naples Trojans, the Lily Trojans, future Trojans. So I don't know. It's great to be a part of this community, this school, everything about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Some of the top Lely greats you want to shout out, give homage to. Because Matt Paul comes to mind, Steve Octavian.
Yeah. Stephen Octavian, Keith Eloy. Oh, I got a list. I know all the boys. So Wandy, Colmer St. Jean, Jean Paul, Francois brothers.
Lely guy.
Ryan Hornsby. Man, so many guys. Don Stewart, the great,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Steve Pricer. We got a lot of greats over here, man. We might need to do a top 100 list or something.
Come on the podcast. We'll do a whole Lely show. We'll break it down for everybody. And talk about some of the young guys here to keep an eye on, because you got some talented high school kids out here.
Oh, yeah, man. Y'all talked to Nino Joseph, Ty Collins. We got a couple quarterbacks that's studs, defensive backs. Noah Brown, D lineman. It's a lot of this group is very talented. This group reminds me of 2013-14 group we had here. This is a talented group.
What did you have in the 2013-14 group?
Marvin Liberties, Kendall Duckworth, Marcus Brown played at Cincinnati. Kendall played at Kansas. Tupac Ismay, he played at Bethune-Cookman. Got the longest rushing touchdown in school history. We just had a lot of talent in that group, and I feel like this group is very similar.
Okay, and we appreciate what you do, Coach Fritz. You do so much for the community, putting on these camps and always staying true to Lely. So, and we appreciate you having us out here.
Yeah, thank you. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Tim, you want to grab the mic? I'm going to throw my Lely Trojan shirt on since I am a Lely Trojan.
Yeah, we're going to have Pat change out clothes. He's a Lely Trojan. And listen, I have my experiences a little bit down here in Southwest Florida at Naples High School. So, but we used to always love to come over to Lely and play when I coached at Naples. Originally from way up north, up in Bangor, Maine, played a lot of football up there. And, yeah, that's where I'm from. So it's just a good thing to see these kids out here having a great time. And the numbers are amazing. Like, they got a lot of kids out here. And it's great that these coaches come in, these former NFL players come in, and they get involved with it. It's just very important. Charlene's going to come on real quick, and she's going to come up here real quick. Charlene, we're live. We probably got about 200,000 or 300,000 people watching right now, maybe 1 million. Charlene, come on over here. What's your job today at the camp?
Hello, good morning, everyone. Nice to see you out. It's a nice and sunny day this morning. I'm out here helping with registrations. I've been volunteering with South Naples Trojan programs for over 10 years now. My kids went through the program. One of them just committed to Duke, and we're so proud.
Yay!
Go on SouthNaplesTrojans.net website. Get your kids involved. It's a way to keep them off the streets. Keep them it's life experiences, good experiences. Keep them busy. Keep them away from the streets, gun violence, and keep them focused. So we're here, 5-year-old to 16-year-olds, girls, boys. We do cheer, football, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be with the kids.
It's very impressive. Yeah. So your son is committed to Duke.
Yes, he just committed to Duke.
Yeah, that's important. Now, getting into Duke is like no easy task. How did you keep your son on the right track from a mom? We want to hear exactly how that happens because that's not easy, especially in today's day.
Well, it wasn't just me. Both parents are involved, grandparents. It takes a village. I always say that. He's been playing football since he was 5, and there's a lot of coaches that coached him, kept him on the right path, get him to stay out of trouble. We always told him stay busy, and we kept him in sports. I think sports is something that teaches the kids to prepare for life. You get to work with team members. That's something you're going to do as you get an adult. And you're going to be, even if you're working out there in the field, you're going to have to learn to communicate, strive for excellence, and be great.
You are an amazing mom. You're an amazing mom. And you probably don't have to put too much effort in it, which is probably not true because I know it's not easy, right?
Yeah, with 3 boys and 1 little girl, it's not that easy.
But you love doing it, so that's what probably makes it easy, right? And you come here and volunteer and you do everything and you're involved in the community. And I agree with you, like kids active in sports, it makes you grow up quick. It makes you prepared for just about anything in life, college, maybe if you go off to the military. I know my experience in football helped me big time when I went in the military. So those are some life lessons that you can get from football, camps, basketball, baseball, all the activities. What's your thoughts on Lely High School? Are you a big Lely fan?
Yeah, a lot of my family graduated from Lely. My 20-year-old graduated from Lely in 23. A lot of family and friends tied into
I thought you graduated in 23.
All right, sorry. No, I wish. No, but yeah, a lot of ties into Lely. We have a lot of family and friends in this community.
Yeah, one of the things I really love about Lely, and it's always been that way since I can remember, and I've been here for 35 years in Naples. It's the diversity in at Lely is amazing. They even have I think the student union has the international flags that hang up. Just kids from everywhere, all different countries, all different backgrounds. I think that's important when kids grow up in that type of environment and they can move forward and bring that forward in life.
It is because you get to learn about different cultures and you get to learn a lot of different things about different people, the people you're around. You get to learn about their families. They learn about yours. So it's a lot.
Yeah, it's very important. So how many kids do we have signed up right now for how many kids do we have signed up today? Do you know?
Right now we're at 122.
Wow, 122.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
And kids are still pouring in.
Yeah,
We got
that's great.
latecomers still coming in.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You're great. What an inspiration to our community, to the Lely community, all that good stuff. And we got to thank you. And make sure before we leave, we get you back on.
All right.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Tim. We got a Hurricanes legend coming to join us. Come on, Javaris. Coach Fritz is bringing out all the big dogs from every which way. Immokalee, everywhere. You don't need no introduction, but you can let the people know who you are.
I'm Javaris James. Immokalee High School, University of Miami alum.
Throw up the U sign.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's all about the U. You see this, Larry?
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the U.
Put it on, so Larry.
I mean, for the most part, Immokalee guys are very smart. They know which college to go to. Edrin, yourself, Larry made the wrong decision going to Florida State, but we forgive him for that. But talk about playing at the University of Miami, because you played with some great ones.
I mean, it was a dream come true. Growing up, University of Miami, having my cousin there, being a role model.
And who's your cousin?
Edrin James.
Some people may have heard of Edrin James.
Yeah, yes, some people.
Yeah.
Just being a role model, being around the guys growing up, it's always was a dream of mine. So when I got a chance to pick a choice, it was obvious reason why I choose that school. And to this day, man, I'm glad I picked the U, because right now it's all about family. And still to this day, man, a lot of those guys still show love.
Yeah, we do. I said most of the Immokalee guys made the right college decision. We won't hold Larry's college decision against them, but
I ain't gonna hold it against him now.
But talk about the importance of these kind of youth camps and what it means to the community.
Oh, this is very important. Be able to give back, give the kids a chance to see a lot of the guys that they watch on TV, a lot of the guys that they idolize, and have them right here teaching them how to do drills, showing them how to work, and just taking them through the everyday aspect of being a pro. That's what they want to do in the future, and just to be able to touch those guys, man. It's a lot different than watching on TV and being here, listening to them and touch them, and also understand that those guys was once in their shoes. So it's a great opportunity, and Fritz, what he's doing here is, yeah, I mean, what he's doing for the community is very big. So any chance that us as a community as a whole, as former athletes, we preach about family, and we try to just support each other in any way we can.
And you have your son playing out here today, right?
My son and
shout out to him.
Oh yeah, my son Prince James, he's out here. My nephew Rashid, he's out here as well.
What class is Prince in?
2032. Both
Okay.
They're gonna be dogs. You're gonna hear about them in here.
They'll be future Hurricanes.
Whatever decision they make, it's up to them. But I'm always a Cane, so
It's a Cane, always a Cane.
Always, baby.
Absolutely.
It's all about the youth.
All about the youth,
sure.
sir. Who's the best player you play against in high school in Collier County? You could name a couple guys. I won't hold you to one.
Played against Spencer Atkins for sure.
Also a Miami guy.
Yeah. A guy named Lee Campbell, linebacker, Gulf Coast. He was a dog. And I played against a lot of good guys, man.
How about this real quick? Because, when I first met Larry, he was surprised how many Immokalee guys I knew. Top 5 Immokalee athletes of all time. Athletes.
Ooh.
Not football players, athletes.
Oh, man.
Fred Green comes to mind.
You gotta go Warner Bellius.
Okay.
You gotta go Devedrick Edwards. People don't know that name. If you're from Immokalee, you know that name. We call him Vet. One of the rawest athletes I've seen. J.C. Jackson.
Okay.
Definitely. Athletically.
Got to put Edrin up there because he did his thing in basketball.
Yeah.
He was great in football, but he was a good basketball.
Sure. And I would argue, maybe it's a little biased, but Deidre Smith. He's my cousin.
Okay.
But Deidre Smith, he could do it all. Basketball, football, track, he did it all. So top 5 athletes, I would probably go there.
Okay. I want to give
some of the old heads, they're going to probably. name a couple guys. But they've been,
yeah. And shout out to Pee Wee. Pee Wee, he did his thing too. That's my guy. So
yeah, definitely him. You know, he didn't get a chance to really display it, but growing up, man, you right, he could do everything. If he could have really displayed it, he definitely would have been one of the best come out there for sure.
I agree. Shout out to Pee Wee. Shout out to my people in Immokalee, Eric Dobson. And before I let you go, best Mexican restaurant in Immokalee. There's a few good ones, but one comes to mind.
Got a couple of them. El Taquito.
My man, that's what it is. You already know.
For sure.
Appreciate having you on, fam. Thank you. We got all the young boys out today. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Why don't you talk in the camera and introduce yourself?
I'm Jonas Duclona from Naples High School. I play at USF now.
USF, what class are you? Come close to me.
I'm class of 2023, so right now I'm a redshirt sophomore.
And what position are you?
I play defensive back.
Defensive back, cornerback, safety?
I play corner.
Corner? Okay. Who do you idolize as far as cornerbacks go?
As far as corners, people I idolize, I'll say like Jalen Ramsey. I like Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard. I like how he's so patient, how he plays, and he has great IQ. So like those are the two people I model my game after, like who I look after.
Talk about the importance of having these youth football camps. This is something I take it you're probably a part of when you were going to school here.
No, this is really important because like you just see little kids coming out and participating, like doing something that they really love to do. And I remember I was like once in their shoes, and like this is just an opportunity you get to just see people that's at the next level coming in to help you out and just helping you see so you can have a little motivation, so you can just keep working to get there, to get to the point that they're at right now.
Absolutely. Anyone here you in particular looking forward to seeing, meeting?
I really know everybody here so far. You know, I'm real familiar with everybody, so it's not really anybody I'm specifically trying to meet or ready to meet.
How does South Florida's football program look like for the upcoming season?
We look really good. Everybody's buying in. You know, I really like my coach Golish. He has a real good he has a real good plan for us, and I believe in his plan. So I think we're headed the right way.
Why did you choose South Florida? Because I know you had some other offers. What made you want to be a South Florida Bull?
I just wanted to come close to home, you know, get my confidence back, be able to help my team get wins any way that I can contribute on the field.
What was the biggest adjustment for you having to, even though you're close to home, you're still 2.5 hours from home, pretty decent sized campus. What was like the biggest challenge going to college for the first time?
The biggest challenge going through college for the first time would probably have to be time management, knowing when you have to be like, knowing when you have time to do the important things, or knowing when you have time to like, when you could just chill. That's really like the biggest difference. And then as far as like football, it's like the speed of the game and like the being more knowledgeable. Cause like when you're in high school, you're just playing off like athleticism and like you don't really know the game for real. So like when you get to college, you really gotta learn the game. You really gotta start learning the defense. Really gotta start learning offense, like formations and stuff. And I feel like that's the biggest difference.
And everyone at their position step their game up, so there's no weak links pretty much on the team.
Exactly. Everyone's pretty good. Everyone's on scholarship. There's gonna be days where you're not gonna have the best days because they're on scholarship as well. So, you know, that's really about it. Knowing that and knowing what you could control and what you can't control is really the biggest things.
Okay, anyone you want to give a shout out to before you go do your thing on the field?
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad too. It's Father's Day tomorrow. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys for everything.
Love it. Go out, do your thing. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Okay. No. Do your thing.
Hello, we got Sergio here. Why don't you introduce yourself, Sergio? Tell us a little bit about why you're here and how important this camp is for you and being here with your friends and helping out.
My name is Sergio Moranci. I graduated from Lely High School, class of 2021, and I just finished out my college career at the University of Northern Iowa this past season. I'll say this camp is really important to me personally because I never really had anything like this growing up in this area, you know, to have like college guys from like around the area come and help out, and even like the high school guys come out here and interact with the kids, you know, like being a little kid. And I remember being like on the sidelines Friday night and like even like getting a high five from those dudes like meant a lot. So like a camp like this, you don't know what type of impact you'll have on the little kids.
Yeah, I got to tell you, like you coming out, helping out, kids look up to you so much, and for you to do that and take the time out of your busy schedule and do that, it's very important. So, you know, talk a little bit more about that. Like, why do you feel it's important for you to come back and give to the community?
Just to show like the kids, like, you could do it. Like, if you're from around here, a lot of times they'll tell us Lely kids to leave because you won't get offered here. But, to show them, like, you stay, you come up through. I played my last year I played with the South Fayetteville Trojans. So, it's kind of like a pipeline, Trojans to Lely to college. And show them, like, if I could do it, you guys all could do it because we're all the same. We all come from the same background. We all live close to each other, we're all neighbors. I see some of these kids in my neighborhood, just like motivate them to, so they can see like I could do it. I got someone that looks just like me that did it.
Yeah, why did tell us a little bit about being a Lely Trojan and how that helped you and propelled you in your college career. And I want to talk a little bit about Lely. It's very diverse, kids from everywhere. How did that help you in your college career?
I'll say like it made me like better, be able to like assimilate, because like you said, like Lely is a very diverse school, so you got like a lot of different group of kids, and this is not necessarily a place where it's like, oh, everybody stays to themselves, so you interact with everybody. So it don't matter if like the color, the race, you are like everybody's friends with each other, everybody interacts. So it makes it like easier when you get to college, you're not as shy. It makes it easier to talk to people.
Yeah, without a doubt. When you go to Lely, even Naples High, even most of the schools in Collier County, right, pretty diverse. So when you go, I think when you go off to college, you can kind of fit in very easy because, there's going to be kids from all over. And then your school where you went to, I'm sure like within day one of your football camp and getting into the campus, you probably had a lot of friends pretty quick, right?
Yeah, nah. Yeah, it was really quick, like first day, like fall camp, or first day of summer workouts, I was just like the little Florida kid. But I was pretty outspoken. I went.
You're not little.
Skinny Florida kid. But I was like, like at first, I'm not gonna lie, at first, it was a little like weird moving, especially cause I went all the way to Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa's a little bit different.
Yeah. But like over time, you get used to it. It's just like I kind of had to like, force myself to get out there again and talk to people because, you do get a little homesick like everybody says, but that's a part of college. And it's a part of getting over it and making new friends and having new experiences.
Yeah, one last thing. Going off to college, being from Florida, talking to the other kids, what were your advantages of playing football in Florida and going like to Iowa? What do you think you were pretty much ahead of it? I know that you were used to the speed, I'm sure, going from Florida to Iowa, but how did playing in Florida previously against the talent we have down here help you in Iowa?
Like it was like college ball, it was pretty hard. Just like I say, like physicality, like speed wise, I held my own because, down here we're really fast. But like other than just like the
as a freshman when you went in, did you get beat up a little bit?
Yeah, like
But you could probably hang.
Yeah, it was like a little bit. It's just like, but over here in Florida, like we're tough. Like you're gonna have those hard day practices where it's 100 degrees, and that is tougher. And like my Lely high school practices, some of those practices were tougher than anything I really went through at school. Just off the fact that it was 105 degrees, feels like 110. You're out here hot, and you got an hour and a half, 2 hour practice going hard. We're always hitting, and it's just like football down here is really different, and it makes you different. So like when you go up to college, you keep that mentality. It's not hard to get on the field and play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do a little quick shout out to Mark Baker and Brad Simmons. Big shout out to them. We talked a little bit about you being in youth football, and you knew them from youth football. How did youth football here in Florida help you go throughout your, through high school and then on to college? Was that a great experience, youth football in Florida, in Naples?
Yeah, it was. I say Coach Baker, Mark Baker, and Coach Simmons, they were two really fantastic coaches. I'm really happy I had them as a kid growing up because they taught me a lot about football. at a young age and kind of like put me ahead of the 8 ball. You know, those two guys.
Those years, not to cut you off, those years are so formative, right? So if you learn from really good coaches at an early age, it helps you all the way through. Sometimes you don't even know how much it helps you.
Yeah, nah. I ended up flipping and playing offense, but like I was more like a defensive guy, and like Coach Baker, he was our linebacker coach, and he taught us like a lot. And like even like some of the stuff he taught us is like I heard my friends at school, like my linebacker friends talk, and I'm like, dang, like I learned that. And I was like 8. But I'm like, you know, it really goes to show like how advanced and how much like a coach like Coach Baker and coach like Brad Simmons, like how much they care about us to really, you know, take their time and teach us like the real fundamentals when some guys will never learn that until they get to college.
Yeah, no, it's great. And having that advantage, and we got such wonderful people here in Collier County that coach, give their time, and I happen to know Mark Baker very well and Brad Simmons, and they care really about a lot about the kids. But, hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Have a great time out at the camp. This is going to be a fun one, right? And a lot of kids. I think we got about 150 kids, and it's going great. So, yeah. Come on in here, Patrick. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Sporting at Lely High School basketball. I think you're going to do a little interview.
Yeah, I got Matty Paul. I got arguably the greatest Lely basketball.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, let's bring him on. Let's bring him on. I'm gonna walk out.
This guy right here is very near and dear to my heart. Not only is he a Lely great, but one of my best and closest friends. A guy I went to school with briefly. I don't even know if you remember on this field right here, right? I was a freshman. You were a senior. You're PE. You were the quarterback. I was a wide receiver, and you threw a 40-yard touchdown pass to me.
Hey, man, you know, like
Tell Larry.
I miss those days of playing. I miss those days of playing football. But you know what? Like we talking about football, and Larry's here.
Well, we got athletes here. We have athletes here, and we have Larry here too.
Funny story. When I decided I didn't want to play football in college no more.
And what position you play here at Lely?
I played quarterback. I played quarterback. You remember the number 7 and 17. But I played quarterback. That's what I played. My sophomore year, I played some receiver, but I played mostly
starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Ran the option,
I
basically.
hated running the option. But you know what? I wish when I was playing, the game was heavy passing like it is now.
The game's definitely changed. They had you like Tommy Frazier running a triple option here.
I hated getting that because every time I got the ball, I was getting smacked whether I wanted to or not.
I'm sure Coach Stewart did not like you playing football, running triple option at Lely.
Getting hit, yeah. So, but it was fun, man. Like, we played. Funny story. We played my freshman year. We played at Immokalee.
Okay.
And I went there as a ball boy because my older brother Gene was playing receiver. But I went there. I always traveled on Friday. I was playing quarterback on JV.
Okay.
But the starting quarterback got hurt in the first quarter. All right. And then the backup. So
Immokalee probably made a dirty play on him.
Nah, that year they had a great defense. That defense was insane. I think that was Edrin's his junior year. All right, and then remember Gene Cantave? He was the DB there. We talk about that all the time. He lives in Houston now, but so at halftime, Coach Ward was like, "Hey, you know, I want you to go change your clothes and put on Ian's pads and change your street clothes with them." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yes, you have to change because if Chris Longo gets hurt, you have to go finish the game at quarterback."
And you did.
So I was nervous. I was like, no way. So at halftime, I went in with my shorts and then I came out dressed in uniform. And in the third quarter, Chris Longo got hurt. So I had to finish the game at quarterback.
And talk about beating Immokalee on the basketball court.
Funny. We won't even talk about hoops.
Yeah, but no, let's talk about basketball when Lely played Immokalee in basketball.
I mean, it was fun. I don't remember losing Immokalee at all, ever.
How was Larry Love as a basketball player? What type of player would you compare him to?
Competitor, but you know, like, I never really worried about playing against Immokalee. But shout out to Fred Green though. Shout out to Fred Green.
Fred Green, Pee Wee, Eric Dobson.
Competitor. We used to compete, and I loved Fred's game back then. And I didn't have his hops. I didn't have his hops and explosiveness, but I had a different gear and a different kind of pace to my game. So, but shout out to him. But yeah, we got the best of Immokalee, man. Shout out to Coach Stewart too, because
Absolute Coach Stewart. Go.
I had never lost in hoops at Immokalee. Never.
You didn't lose
They
to
got
many
the best of
teams.
me in football though. They made me not want to play football.
And talk about the importance of having these kinds of camps in our community, what Coach Fritz does in the community. A lot of great, athletes and young kids out here. And Coach Fritz always takes care of the community. But bringing this stuff to the community, talk about the importance of that.
Well, you know what, man? It's like several reasons, right? I like how the older kids that was here, that went to college and played, I love that they have a heart to want to come and give back. Because to build a sustainable culture within your community, you need to have the youth see others, elders, olders, doing that, coming back and giving back and putting it in the work. All right, so we passing down the knowledge to the younger kids so that even my son that's out there right now, so that when he gets older, he knows like, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do. All right, I need to give back by coming back to teach these younger kids, whoever's younger than me, to pass the knowledge that I have, pass it down to them as well. So it's very important to do that because we're talking about football, but beyond football, it goes into businesses and whatever else that they're doing in life. So just coming back and giving back, volunteering and serving your community in a positive way. You can never go wrong planting those kind of seeds, and it's good that they're doing that, and we're modeling a way for these young kids to be able to do the same thing in the future.
Where's your Lely shirt, bro?
I don't have a Lely shirt.
Why not? How are you not representing Lely today? Representing. What's this? What is that?
This is community school where I coach at, where the second generation Pauls went there as well, but
You're a Lely guy, though.
I love Lely, but I'm at CSN. That's where I'm at working.
But you'll forever be a Lely guy.
Hey, always a Trojan, man.
Yes, sir. Top 5 Lely athletes of all time.
I love my experience here.
Top 5 Lely athletes of all time. Don't give me a political answer. Just top 5.
What, you want me to give you a top 5?
I want you to give me your top 5.
My top 5. Jeez, man, I don't know. All right, top 5. All right, here you go. I'm going to give you number 5. Number 5. Jeez, man. That's a tough one, man. So many.
Life is about choices. You got to make some.
I'll say Stevie and Octavian, number 5. All right. And forgive me because you got to make me think. There's so many. It's so many. It's so many. All right. And then I'll say all around, number 4. I'll say Jonathan Garrick, number 4. I'll give him that as an athlete.
You're biased on that one, but that's okay.
Nah, I mean, you guys got to check the stats for Jonathan, bro. He did track, baseball at the same time. It was thriving in both.
Okay, number 3. Number 3.
And number 3, I'm biased. I'll say me.
Okay. Number 3, who's number 2 and 1?
Number 2, I'll say it's my brother.
Which one?
My brother Gene.
Okay. Who's number
1? I'm gonna go with my cousin Wendy, man. Yeah. Wendy Pierre Louis. That is the most. That's the most athletic kid I've seen come out of Lely. Just natural God gifted ability. Just incredible. Even till right now, Wendy would tell you he'll come out here and run a 4.5 40.
That's pretty impressive.
But again, you got to think, look, Wendy's at Florida with Tebow's class. He's with Percy Harvin. He's with what's the running back? DB. What's his name? I don't remember all his name, but Tebow's class.
One of the 18 guys
Joe
that
Harden.
Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden, yeah, Joe Hayden. So Wendy was starting opposite of Joe Hayden, and he was a better cover guy. But Joe Hayden was just aggressive as heck. And Wendy would tell you he didn't like tackling when he didn't lift weights like that. But if you look at all the speed and agility stuff, if you look at that, even now in records, you'll always see Wendy in those top 10. For that class, that incredible class of champions the Gators have.
Yeah, don't look at.
Oh, my bad. Right, we candidly talk.
Well, speaking of which, if you want to go, Ronnie DeLucime ran a 4.3 at Lely, got a scholarship to Clemson, and was going to be a starting cornerback and tore his ACL. I think he would have been pretty special as well.
Again, like you just asked me, like I'm giving you what I remember. Ronnie,
I'm asking you.
Ronnie was a freshman. Was he your class?
He was my class. Yeah.
So Ronnie played basketball. My senior year, he played some varsity on basketball. So Ronnie's, I forget about Ronnie, but Derek Wallace was also a great athlete as well. But from a top 5, and then
Rodney Francois, CJ Noel.
Yes, but again, that's a tough question. But I just gave you those off the top of my head. But Wendy, hands down, Wendy, I would say, like, man, just it's funny. Again, we have conversations now. He's like, man, like Wendy he wasn't here long. He was a soccer player. And they threw him out on football. He didn't know nothing.
There's a couple of really special running backs here at Lely too. This Lely football team's gonna be serious next year.
I agree. I'm excited for. I see a lot of transfers.
Brady Quinn.
But here, any college coach that are out there, like here's the one thing you're gonna find consistent at Lely. Okay. You're gonna find anywhere from 15 to 20 kids that are running a 4.640 or better. Like, it's high school. It's high school. They're just out there. And they're just raw athleticism and whatever. All right? And shout out to South Naples Trojans, CJ, June. They've been working and putting a lot of blood, sweat out here for years, decades, and giving back and running South Naples Trojans. And a lot of those kids that started with them, they're off to college again. They're coming back and giving back because that's what they're used to. So that's what got them.
Shout out to Coach Fritz and CJ.
So, Fritz, CJ, Comer, all those guys. So, again, I love to see it. But you're going to always get athletes. But the one thing that I'm excited for Lely about is an O-line and a D-line. They never really had an O-line and D-line. But the fact that they have that and they have mad skills players out here, it's going to be a high-scoring affair watching them play. So I'm excited to see that.
Speaking of O-line, want to give shout out to the Gordon family. Rest in peace, Myron Gordon, who's probably the greatest Lely offensive lineman in history. You love the Gordon. Shout out to Johnny Mook.
We used to live on Holland Street, and our backyard was Mr. Gordon's backyard, so we used to go back there to shoot and grab tangerines from his trees. So shout out to Miss Gordon and Mr. Gordon.
Yeah, shout out to the Gordon family, and rest in peace, Myron. All right, appreciate having you on, man.
Man, it's been a while. Like, you've been trying to get me on all the time, but life is lifing on me.
But every time I call, you answer, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, too. I'm proud of you, all this
Thank you, sir.
accomplishment. Hopefully we can do something like this for football season, man, for the Trojans.
Just let us know.
We could do like a live tailgating thing like we do with the Dolphins. We can maybe do that one of these Friday afternoons. And maybe when we play Immokalee, Larry, if we play Immokalee here. Yeah, hey, I like to see it. CJ might know the schedule.
Why don't we grab CJ on TV?
CJ, we play Immokalee here this year?
That's what we're asking you, Coach.
I like that hat, dog. That ought to be a nice tailgating spectacle. And you host that, and I'll make sure we try to get as many alumni back and have a good time where not only we giving back and coming back to support these young guys, but just the fellowship. I'd love to see that happen.
Absolutely. Anything we could do to support, we're there.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, fam. Always a pleasure. Larry Love, you want to come on? You over there? No? How we're telling fibs? I don't care who tell it. Larry Love out here training in the heat. What's going on, Larry Love?
Man, I'm just out here getting my 5 miles in, man. Getting a real good sweat. This is how I get my 5 miles in, bro. You know what it is, but you said you were speaking to the kids, so I said, well, I get out here, walk and run with them kids. I just ran with a group of about 10-year-olds.
Talk about the importance of these youth football camps in our community, Larry.
Man, anytime you can think about it. You have roughly probably about 150 kids. So that's 150 kids right now. Parents going to work or what have you, or not sitting around home playing video games, using drugs, or doing some type of mischievous act. So it's always important. Anytime you can get a group of kids to just do something very productive, instill some good quality traits into them.
Talk about what we got. Javaris here. We got some great people, but Coach Fritz giving back to the community and putting on these camps. Talk the importance about giving back.
This is hood. Yeah. If you can't get back to where you from, man, that speaks volumes about who you really are. Like, you got to give back because where you from gave so much to you. So I mean, I know I love Immokalee. That's why I'm always knee deep there. I'm always parked in the hood. You can all my Bentleys were always in the hood on the Ave, because I want to get the kids inspiration. Like, dude, you can do whatever you want to do. Just put your mind to it, work after it, and pray. Nothing come easy. Life get hard. Life get challenges. You're gonna go through some struggles, some whirlwinds, but you just got to shake it. And sports, really, it builds that. It's the discipline. It's the respect. It's the camaraderie of your teams. It's like, and setting goals. Each year we set goals. Like, we don't want to win. It's like you heard everybody came before you. We want to dominate. It's like that's what we want to do. We don't like to just win. We like to dominate and let you know Mark Lee in the building. Like, we came to play. And you're gonna, and that's how I even look at it with work ethic. Like, man, I ain't came just to work. I came to show you I'm the best. Anything I could do, I'm the best at it. I'm going to outsmart you, outthink you, outwork you, and everything else. I always want to outperform whoever it is, especially the ones who say I can't do. So, yeah, sports teach you all that.
And we've been talking, getting lists of top Collier County, particular high school athletes all time. What comes to mind if we say top 5 Collier County athletes of all time? Who comes to Larry Love's mind overall? Yeah.
Overall athletes? Man, overall athlete, even though I don't like this dude, but Clifton is overall one of the greatest athletes come through Collier. Fred Green, definitely one of the greatest. Gene Paul, one of the greatest. Warner Belness, one of the greatest. And I'm naming the people who made all-state football and basketball, or 2 sports.
Or track, yeah.
And I gotta probably say Freddie McCrary.
You're good at what you do. You got all the high schools lumped in the. All the high schools covered.
No, I don't really.
You got Barron, you got Naples High, Lely, and Immokalee.
But yeah, because that's way before, but the other schools. But I'm looking at it like you say, overall athlete, not just one sport. And I look at Fred be a 1,300 yard rusher on the football field, varsity, and then also lead the area in scoring with 27-11 a game. He made All-State, and then McDonald American nominee. So it's like that type of stuff, right? That's hard to do. So and Gene Paul, man, God darn, Gene Paul was hell. Gene Paul was hell in college, man. Coming out the receiver position. Yeah, he was hell. And on that basketball.
Was he the fastest guy you think you played against?
Hell no, man. Gene was running like Jerry Rice. Gene was slow.
Okay.
Gene was slow.
Who's the fastest guy you played against in high school?
Whew. Ooh, Jesus. Man, you had some of the boys out of Clewiston, but Clifton was that Barron Collier try back.
Herschel Troutman.
Yeah, see, you had Menace.
Yeah, Herschel before.
Menace, all of them was there together. Menace was fast, man. Means. I forgot. I got to add Means in that number there. So it's a tie in the top 5 because Mean was – it's crazy because if he would have really took basketball serious, he would have been just as great as basketball as he was in football. And I think he also went to Indiana to play both. So if I'm not mistaken, but Yeah, Means probably one of the fastest. Herschel, Clifton, that Baron Collier, even with Corey Viola, they were stacked in that backfield. So those were probably some of the fastest. Nobody else really had nobody like Naples. They didn't have no speedsters.
Who was the greatest Naples High athlete when you were there, Tim? Would you say Willie Washington? Went to Purdue.
No, he was there also with
I'm trying to think some Naples. Spencer Atkins was after.
Oh, he was there after you? Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah, and Fred McCrary.
yeah, DeMar was a football player.
Spencer Atkins has to be up there for Naples. Yeah.
D definitely. D is another football player, and he went on to play ball in Ohio. I think matter of fact, he won D Boykin. He won a couple championships in his division. D, and he coaching now. I forgot who he's coaching with. He always coaching, man. D give back to a lot of kids too. It's just I love to see the kids, some of the men that was kids then grow up, and then they coach to give back to these kids, and because they just love to do it and want to see and get the best out of these kids.
I asked Javaris best Mexican spot in Immokalee. You know what he said?
He probably said something crazy.
El Taquito.
Oh, okay, yeah, El Taquito.
That's the spot. My man, thank you. I call, you answer. I know you're out here supporting some other people, but I asked you to come out.
But forget all that. Camera, we live. I challenged Patrick to run the 40. I'm 286 pounds. 286 pounds. He 215 pounds. Guaranteed, I'm going to beat him. We're going to beat him. And Tim going to record this, so we're going to post this as well. I want all the smoke.
We'll see. We'll see if I have time. I got to do some other things, do a live. I got to speak to the kids here at 11, so I'll try to fit my schedule, Larry. I'll try to fit your 40 time in my schedule. And I saw Larry warming up. He looked pretty good. Well, it wasn't racquetball. It was pickleball.
Pickleball, racquetball, whatever. Pickleball, racquetball, anything. Hey, we're going to wrap it up here. We're at nice to be
Lely High School.
It's been a pleasure. Wonderful group of people.
Absolutely.
150 kids.
Easy.
Having a great time. A lot of good athletes.
Great athletes.
Great athletes and a great opportunity. And then you had Larry, too.
And Larry was – I'm not going to lie. Larry was warming up. He looked pretty good.
Larry's – I wouldn't mess with Larry. I wouldn't mess with Larry. Yeah.
Larry's our guy.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Drives me crazy, but he's our guy. Yep. Appreciate everyone's support. I'm going to go speak to the kids here at 11 a.m., which is a huge honor for me. 25 years, almost to the day where I graduated from this high school. Yes, I did graduate, Tim. So big honor for me to be here, and shout out to Coach Fritz and all the great people at Lely for having us. We will see you Monday. Monday, we got a big show, Tim. You know who we got on Monday? We got Rock Republic. Yeah, we got Rock Republic coming on. So it's an exciting show. So we'll see you Monday live, 8 a.m. Maybe we'll get Larry to come on our live every now and then as well. So we'll see you Monday, 8 a.m.